All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. How does it look? How does it sound? Start with the basics. Already starting with the Wild West shit. All right. Very good. So, guys, for a lot of you guys here tonight, sorry about that. Tonight's episode is going to be about the ever feeling, guys, slow burn on this whole apocalyptic style, whatever the hell's going on. We are definitely, without a doubt, seeing some shit. Something's happening. Don't know what it is. Thank you, Hudson Valley. Thank you, Northern Girl. Again, it's just with what's going on. It's just insane how slow it feels. That whatever's coming is coming. It's sort of like they're trying to get us used to what's going on, or trying to dumb us down to what's going on. Rather, that sounds better. But it's funny, right? For example, telling us to stay home. Oh, it's just 2 weeks. Don't worry about it, right? Then 2 weeks turned into a month in some places, 3 weeks in some places. Then they're like, oh, it's just a mask, guys. Just put the mask on for a little while. We won't have it on forever. We'll have it on for a little while. And with that, having it on for a little while turned into damn near every day, or just about every day, depending on what city you live in. I mean, again, guys, I live in New York City, and the amount of mask wearing that's going on in the city is insane. I mean, we have the vaccine that's out, so in theory it's supposed to be protecting us, but yet people are still wearing a mask. So okay, it's fine. We'll wear a mask and we'll get vaccinated, and everything will go back to normal soon. Well, now you got the vaccine out, people are still wearing a mask, and normalcy isn't back. Now, I said this months ago that we're never going to see normalcy again. It's never coming back, right? So anyway, they want you to take the jab. Okay, why won't you take it? And then you'll explain to them why don't you take it. Well, you're stupid, you're an asshole, you're an idiot. Okay, fair enough. Then they want you to download an app so that they can track your every whereabouts. I told you about the vaccine passports. All of them have the capabilities to do way more than what they're telling us they do, right? So with that tracking app, I think I explained it in one of my videos, it allows you to come in contact, well, if you come in contact with somebody who might be infected or later down the line becomes infected, that app alerts you to being, that you were near that asshole who's infected, because the app is tracking your your every movement. Then before you know it, guys, we'll be in a social credit system. Now, already the United States, the American credit scoring system wants to take into account your social media activities, behavior. A lot of us, guys, on social media would absolutely have, I don't know, 0 when it comes to that scoring. If they actually put our social media activities or behavior and mixed it in with our credit score, a lot of us would be screwed. Now, that's how they're trying to keep us in tow, right? They're trying to keep us in line with a lot of shit, and it's weird to me that we are not seeing it. Now, a lot of us are seeing it, and we're being called crazy, conspiracy theorists. And then here we are, walking down the conspiracy theory road and making stops along the way and going, see, this shit just happened. And we've said that, or people have said that months ago, years ago, decades ago. And people are now starting to wake up, but a little too slowly, if you ask me. Tara, this channel, thank you for the donation. Right, guys, so it's pretty interesting to see this slow walk, if you will, to the apocalypse, or slow burn of the apocalypse, however you want to look at it. It's insanely and asininely slow. Some of us are like, yo, just kick it off already and let's get on with it. And everybody else is like, I hope this doesn't happen. Now, obviously, guys, nobody wants the apocalypse to happen. Nobody is for it. But at the rate everything is going, guys, let's get there a little faster. Let's not drag this long adventure to the apocalypse so that when we get to the apocalypse, that's dragged out even more. Because if we ever get to that time and period, guys, that's going to last a long time, whatever that apocalypse might be. Then on top of that, we have meteors whizzing past us like bullets in a fucking gunfight, right? And it's just a matter of time till one of those near misses strikes into us. So, some people say the apocalypse is 2022. Some people say the apocalypse is 2021. Some people say the apocalypse was 2020. Now, I think the apocalypse started in 2019, and we're just along for the ride until we hit a wall. And when we hit that wall, well, that wall's going to hurt. But who knows when we're going to get there anymore? I'd love to say, a definite time, but we don't know anymore, guys. We've been given 3 different years, and we haven't approached it yet, but we are seeing everything in the making to that point, right? So, for example, food shortages. The food shortage is another slow burn, but we are seeing it. Prepper Nation the other day put something on his community board talking about a supermarket, I guess, around him or near him, stating that they were going to see a food shortage in the next couple of weeks. That being said, the supermarket posted it for everyone to read, and I think they sent an email out. I'm not sure on that. But nonetheless, it is something that we are starting to see, but again, guys, very, very slowly. There are supermarkets that are missing certain items, and they've been missing certain items for weeks. There are supermarkets that are upping the prices on certain items like meats, and that's been up for the last couple of months. I went into Fairway today, which is starting to become way too expensive, and I think 0.73 pounds of skirt steak was $23. The pound skirt steak per pound went for $34.99, according to Fairway. I could be wrong. I don't know if it was just because Fairway is a high-priced supermarket, but nonetheless, that's the price I saw. And again, I've been watching these prices go up for the last year. Skirt steak and hanger steak, which is very good meat, by the way, very good cuts. You could have got it for $18-19 per weight, whatever that weight was, at 7.73 pounds or 0.80 pounds, right? That's what we saw last year, and it used to be cheaper than that a few years prior. Then it went up right before COVID. It started going up a little bit, and then COVID hit, and that was it. It skyrocketed. Derek said a fake polio outbreak in 4 months. Yes, Derek. The polio outbreak is called acute flaccid myelitis, AFM. It's a neurological disease that causes paralysis. Very interesting that you brought that up, as I have this on my list of things to talk about tonight. Pretty interesting, man. So Leah, thank you, or Lee, thank you, Lee B. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Right? So, guys, food shortage is coming. We're seeing something, but again, it's slow, and it's not going to happen as fast as we thought it would. We thought it would be, like right away. Nonetheless, it's not right away. It's happening so slowly that, you want to scratch your eyes out. We have climate change. Whether you believe in climate change or not, guys, rather, whether you believe climate change is human-caused or not is sort of irrelevant at this point, because we are seeing the planet weather pattern change for the worse. So it's not changing for the better. It's changing for the worse. You saw what New York went through a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago now, right? It was a week ago, right? And that was unprecedented. That was something we've never seen in our lifetime or recorded history. That's the first time they've seen something like that in 200 years. And they said 200 years recorded. So obviously, I guess they have some knowledge of it happening before, but they've never seen anything like it. Now, my argument with climate change is that it is not, it's human caused, but you're not going to sit there and blame it on cows, right? Holly, thank you for the donation. I refuse to believe, guys, that cows are the reason why we are in the boat we're in. I think it's total horseshit. You're going to start blaming Cows. Oh, well, cows are farting, so, that's causing climate change. Just cows. Not the fucking chemical plants all over the world pumping shit into the air, millions of tons of it a day into the air. And yet somehow they blamed cows. They bypassed China, they bypassed India, the UK, United States. They bypassed all of the states that are involved in pumping this shit. Brazil, Peru, Uruguay, countries like that have like no real, regulations, environmental regulations. They have shit like that running 24 hours a day. And yet you skipped over that and went right to cows and said, those are the reasons why climate change is happening. Those fucking things on four legs. But if you hang back a little bit and you look at those chemical plants or factories pumping this shit in the air and you shut them down first and then see what the air quality looks like over the next year. And then if you still believe that it's cows, then we toyed with cows a little bit. But we don't cut cows out altogether and get rid of cows altogether and tell us, hey, by the way, guys, we're going to cut cows out of your diet and you're going to eat fake meat. We're actually going to give you full spam, right? It's spam made of mushrooms and grass and nutrients, things you need, things that you can live off of. It'll be okay. T. Wench, thank you for the donation. Right? Again, guys, they gloss over that fact that these factories are causing this shit. And yes, if you want to blame cars, we can absolutely. Cars are definitely on board. But to, again, skip over factories and cars and go right to cows, that shows you what their agenda really is. Because it is nonsense. It's bullshit. Outlaw 6, thank you for bringing that up. I am also talking about that virus tonight as well. 75% mortality rate. It was actually 40 to 75% mortality rate. The range was so wide because for healthy people, or purely healthy people, it's a 40% mortality rate, and everybody else who has underlying conditions goes to 75%. That's a lot, guys. If that virus jumps and does what it's supposed to do, that we don't want it to do, it's going to cause, that virus is going to wreak havoc, right? I think it's called the Napa virus that's out of India right now. It killed one kid. And I hate to sit there and sound callous, but it killed one kid and the world is panicking already over this virus. But I'm going to get to that in a little bit. North Texas Prepper Gal, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. So, again, guys, the climate change is there. If you're not paying attention to what's going on because you don't want to believe climate change because the left is pushing it. The left is pushing it. They're using the wrong arguments, if you will, if that makes more sense. They're using bad arguments, if that makes sense, right? And the problem with the cow, not theory, but the cow situation is that they want to cut meat out of our diets. The elites, the World Economic Forum wants to cut meat out of our diets altogether, right? And so does the WHO, Health World Organization, and United Nations. They want to cut meat out of our diets. With that being said, guys, and again, you can look this shit up yourself. The WHO, actually, Ice Age Farmer, you can look him up. He talked about it a couple of times where the United Nations wanted to give us some crazy shit like 4 ounces of meat a week or some shit like that. But, guys, so we're watching the climate. We're watching the Earth change. Not climate, but the Earth is changing. Whether that's the climate, whether that's the land masses breaking apart, coming together, about to release the mother of all earthquakes, the Earth is changing. So you want to call it Earth changing, fine, because there's a lot of things that are going on board. Then you also have the the jet stream out there in the Atlantic Ocean. It's called AMOC, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Atlantic something current, right? That's slowing down and or going to stop very soon. That's definitely going to fuck us weather-wise. So, that being said, guys, the climate is on this planet is going to change, and we need to be ready for that. I don't care if you think the left is blowing smoke up your ass. Last week or 2 weeks ago in New York City, that was a giant fucking lesson to learn. And a lot of people got caught with their pants down, and a lot of people got their shit affected. Matter of fact, I got a call. Gulfstream, thank you. What did I say? Jetstream? Thank you for that, Mark Bottoms and Jason Cohen. Gulfstream. right? It's called AMOC, but I forgot what AMOC stood for. But I will pull that up just so I don't sound like a complete idiot. But with that all happening, guys, Diabetic Prepper, thank you for the donation. With all of that happening, we're going to see a problem. We're going to see a definite problem, right, guys? So AMOC, guys, stands for Atlantic Meteorial Overturning Circulation, right? That's the path or the circulation that moves the water around the planet for the most part, or at least in the Atlantic Ocean. Sorry, not the planet, the Atlantic Ocean, right? Hence the Atlantic Meteorial. Meridional. Thank you. Overturning circulation. Wow, sound like a fucking idiot trying to read that. Wolf Mule, thank you for the donation. So, guys, that is slowing down and or going to stop. And if it stops, that's going to wreak havoc on our weather system. So, whether you, like I said, climate change, don't believe it, but take heed to it. Take note what happened here in New York. We're going to see shit like this again here in cities like New York and around the world, guys. We're going to just see some interesting shit when the AMOC stops, right? Then we have civil unrest. Now, civil unrest can go from anything from what we saw last year to people just protesting in the street, like they're doing in Australia and the UK and France. And France is still protesting, but they're not televising it now because they want people to think that it went back to normal. But I learned this the other day that the French are still protesting. And the UK and Australia are still protesting against the mandates that were, in all intents and purposes, guys, illegal. These politicians passed the mandates just like that. Like they woke up one morning and said, mandates. We're going to mandate everybody to do everything. And with that, no one really fought it. The people did. The politicians didn't care. And now they're pitting us against one another when it comes to the unvaccinated versus the vaccinated, right? We're getting into this real-time division. And the civil unrest is going to get worse. Now, there's a bit of a lull. It's sort of quiet, if you ask me. Somebody pointed that out in one of my premieres. And in the premiere in the chat, I forgot who it was, but they said it's oddly quiet. And he was fucking right. It's been oddly quiet, guys. With the exception of fucking them still trying to drag out that whole Afghanistan bullshit and that whole abortion shit in Texas. They're looking to distract us until the hammer drops. Now, whatever that fucking hammer is, I don't know. I cannot sit here and try to guess what's going to happen next anymore. We really can't. They're going to throw everything they can at us, guys. As of right now, when I get to the pandemic portion of this talk, there are a bunch of potential pandemics forming that they're just throwing at us to see what sticks and what scares us the most, right? So I think this is all scare tactic. I do think some of these viruses are as deadly as they say they are, but I think they're going to scare us first before they release it or not release it, but just have us play along, right? So when I get there, we'll talk about it. So civil unrest, guys. We saw big time civil unrest last year, right? BLM members and shit like that were sitting in the streets, running through the streets, tearing up neighborhoods, burning shit down, looting, beating people up, killing, the whole 9 yards, the whole gamut. And with that, nothing was said and done. But they were not the threat to America, even though for probably 3-4 months straight, they were straight fucking this country in the ass. And then you still have people running amok in Oregon. Yet that's okay. Shoshi, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Thanks. AP is pesos. That's very good, man. It's still, the donation's a donation, man. I thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. So with that, guys, now they're claiming far-right extremists to be more of a threat than Islamic extremists post 9/11. So now they're trying to sit there and say anybody who's far right, or what they deem far right, is a greater threat to this country. Yet, we've had 2 buildings fall down, 3 if you want to count Building 7. I know what some of you people think about Building 7, but 3 buildings fall. You've had repeated attempts of attacks in 42nd Street, at least twice, right? And then you had the the pot bomb down at like 14th Street. These were all Muslim extremists. None of them were white. None of them were far right. None of them were far right Muslims. They were Muslims, and yet somehow the white far extremist white men, are the threat to America. Now, why are they pegging a lot of white men as the far right extremist threat to America? Well, because I'm going to tell you some shit. They started picking up the talk on taking away guns. They want to do away with guns. Guns are a bad thing. You know why they're a bad thing? Because the United Nations is getting into the mix. The fact that the United Nations is getting into the mix, and there's a rumor going around that Biden is looking to sell us out to the UN and have us do a gun treaty or with the UN, that the UN's going to do what? Step their foot on this soil and do what? Try to take the guns back from Americans? You know what kind of bloodshed that would be? That would lead back to civil unrest and, guys, the next world war or the next revolution, if you will. Because you can't call it a civil war if we're fighting against the UN. But with that, guys, with that, they're going to paint white men as far-right extremists for a reason to go after their guns. And they're going to find, listen, guys, this is all conspiracy theory talk from this point right now. All right? They're going to find a Manchurian candidate to set him off. And he's going to pull off the most grand mass shooting the world has ever seen. And it might not be one guy, it might be a couple of guys. But it's definitely going to be a white dude. And he's going to be somehow linked to Proud Boys. He's going to somehow be linked to some militia that never existed. And with that being said, they're going to use these guys to set off the next mass shooting. And then the hard push for the firearms is going to happen. And then the UN's going to come into play. Now, whether that's going to happen this year, next year, or if it's even going to happen at all, who knows? But it just sounds too on the nose for me, if you ask me. You know, guys, it's I don't know. Again, it's all conspiracy theory, guys. All conspiracy theory. And it's just some of the things I think about when I sit there and I'm like, yo, why the fuck are they pushing for the UN to be, for us to be part of the UN gun treaty, right? Why are they pushing us to fucking get scared of our own shadow? Well, because there's got to be an answer. Now, again, my answer could be way the fuck off. I could be a kook right now saying some of the shit I'm saying. Or it could be something we should entertain, right? But, again, if you connect the dots are not making any sense. Yeah, right? Grab the foil hat, guys, because the shit's going to get crazy tonight. But I'm not going to get too crazy. I'm not going to get conspiracy theory crazy. But I'm going to touch on some things that I think are plausible. Let's put it like that, plausible. I'm not saying it's going to happen because it might not ever happen, and I really hope it doesn't. But I just, with them renewing the gun talks again, with Biden talking about the whole UN gun or small arms gun treaty, and then with them pegging white men as extremists, being a greater threat to the United States than Muslims, which the Muslim extremist thing, there's a reason why they're doing that. A lot of the Muslims are seeking power here in the United States. So do not fall asleep on that shit, guys. Hey, Angryprepper, do you really feel? Maintain, yeah, I guess. Not sure what you mean by that. Yes, Ryan Roberts, the earth is not flat. I swear to God, you flat earthers are fucking insane. Again, that's the most insane shit I've ever heard. You flat earthers, you guys are about as bad as hipsters. And everybody knows how much I do not like hipsters. So I definitely hate flat earthers. You guys are a step below hipsters, right? Hipsters, actually no. Let me reverse that. You guys are a step above hipsters. Because at least hipsters recognize their bullshit. You idiots absolutely think the world is flat. And the crazy shit about the world being flat, you fucking morons, is that everything else on this universe is round. All the other planets are round, but Earth is flat. that makes any fucking sense? You guys are fucking idiots. Like, I mean, really, guys, stop. It's the amount of stupidity that comes out of flat earthers. Look, why aren't we falling off the side of the planet? What? Why aren't we falling off? I mean, really, like, we look at stars and go, wow, that's a round star. Hey, look at the moon, it's round. Look at all of the fucking other planets, man, those are round. But you know what, guys? Earth is flat because it's flat. Well, how do you know it's flat? Because we be falling off the side. Why is the water staying on the planet? I'm like, holy shit, man. Really, you guys are like the fucking retards of the universe. Ryan Roberts, again, I researched enough to know that you guys are fucking stupid. You guys are the stupidest people. You know what? Matter of fact, just step on a landmine and blow yourself up. Go to fucking, like, I don't know, Uganda or some shit. Find a landmine and step on it. Because that's where I'm at with you fucking idiots and your stupidity and your fucking, like, you know, the world's coming, the world is flat. And you know, Columbus in his book said he almost fell off the edge. Grow the fuck up. I mean, seriously, that is the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard, and it just pisses me off that people actually think that. Everything else in this universe is round but Earth. All right, guys. And then now the flat earthers are giving me fucking thumbs down. Oh, fuck you, you stupid black guy. Fuck you. Eat a dick. Seriously, like, really, eat a flat dick if that makes you feel better. Sorry, guys, but this is fucking some insane shit, that Earth flat shit. Sorry for fucking going off on this rant, but God, hipsters and flat earthers are the fucking worst. Hipsters walk around with man buns and they fucking put their nuts in skinny jeans and walk around talking about how cool they are. Flat earthers think they're cool for thinking the earth is flat. It's insane, guys. It's wow. You guys are fucking idiots. Seriously. Whatever. Not the point. Let's get back to this fucking issue at hand before we all fall off the fucking side of the planet. Fucking flat earthers. Seriously, guys, you're the stupidest people on this planet. If there could be anybody stupider than you, yeah, I don't know. I'm gullible because John 6, thank you for the donation. So now I'm up to 7 dislikes because I pissed off the flat earthers. Okay. You know what, guys? Listen. Do me a favor. Go to your stupid flat earth community and get them all together and have them all give me a thumbs down on this fucking video. All 8 of you assholes in the fucking United States. Because enough with your stupidity. God, you guys, yeah, I mean, I would rather deal with BLM right now than deal with flat earthers. That's how stupid you guys stop. It's fucking insane. Holy shit. Motherfucker. It's whatever. And you know the crazy shit is that fucking scientists don't even want to deal with flat earthers. They think flat earthers are, again, like I do, they think they're the stupidest people on this planet. And they don't even entertain it. That's how fucking stupid it is. You know, it's someone's like, I've seen it on. No, you did not see anything flat on. Nope. We're not gonna say here. Like I said, go eat a flat dick or fucking I don't know, flat titty, something. Just stop with your fucking flat earth bullshit. And why did I miss everything else and I catch that one asshole talking about flat earth? It's like, that's in fucking whatever. Anyway, guys, so moving right along. The global economic slide. Now, there's a guy on YouTube, I wish I could remember who it was, but he talked about the China announcing something in the next couple of weeks. And that's, we all know, for those of us that are paying attention, China's been working on their own cryptocurrency. And they had announced in some way that their next cryptocurrency is going to be better and beat out Bitcoin, right? So they want to destroy Bitcoin. And they want this currency, this digital currency that they're creating, to be the one world currency. Now, for them to do that, that means they have to have other nations on board and involved for them to do this. For them to announce something this arrogant. So with that, guys, the global economic slide is starting. A lot of people who are in the cryptocurrency world are saying, get away from money, right? Get away from gold, get away from silver, get away from money. Now, do I agree with that? No. But will fucking China try some shit with this? Yes. Because they're that fucking arrogant to do something. And yes, H2, thank you for bringing that up. Bitcoin, listen, guys, you guys know where I stand with Bitcoin. I think it's bullshit. But Whether I think it's bullshit or not doesn't change the fact that digital currency is going to move the planet. It's going to move the flat earth, if you will. I don't know. So it's definitely going to be something, guys, that we need to pay attention to, and we need to absolutely start investing in it. The problem with investing in cryptocurrency, you don't know which one to invest in, because we can't invest in Bitcoin now. At least I can't invest in Bitcoin. It's too fucking expensive right now. But other cryptocurrencies out there that you can definitely jump into, you should at least keep your ear to the ground with cryptocurrency. I hate cryptocurrency. I don't like it. I think it's fucking bullshit, right? I think that some guy who woke up said, digital currency, I'm going to punch in ones and zeros on my computer, and then I'm going to form something called Bitcoin. And then I'm going to tell you that Bitcoin's worth $50 a coin, just because I said so. Now, yes, Wormani, if I fucked your name up, I'm sorry. Yes, it's another form of control. That's my big problem with digital currency. Digital currency was started to be freedom. It was supposed to be free from the control of having the dollar in your pocket, gold, silver, and coins in your pocket. It was supposed to be for the people, but it's not turning into the people. Digital currency has no place in the regular person's life. My life, your life. It's for the elite. They're going to get all of it because they can afford it. They can flip it around, buy all of it, create their own, mark it up to how much they want. We can't do that, and even if we did, we don't have the financial backing to push it the way these people do. So again, you're right, it is more control, but it still doesn't change the fact that it's something we should definitely look into, at least for now. Guys, cryptocurrency or digital currency, whatever the fuck it's going to be called in the next couple of months, it's going to be out of our reach, or at the very least out of our kids' reach, if we don't do something about it now. That being said, that's something we should definitely look into, because when the Chinese announce that, guys, they're going to try to dethrone the American dollar or destroy the American dollar. Now, the American dollar is fairly worthless right now, but it still has some backing, it still has some power behind it, but it's losing that power. Even before this digital currency shit, it's losing its strength, not power, its strength. But if the Chinese get a push with this digital currency that they're creating, it could absolutely crush our fucking dollar completely and put us in a fucking tailspin. So with that, guys, it's something to, at the very least, pay attention to. I'm not saying everybody tomorrow morning wake up, throw $200 at some cryptocurrency, but there are a lot of cryptocurrency YouTube channels that you should follow, and they'll let you know what the best ones are that for your price range, if you will, if that makes any sense. So, the next thing on the list, guys, is the next world war. China, Russia, Afghanistan now. I don't know if India is going to side with China. If China pushes them in a corner, I could see India joining forces with China, because China is going to strong-arm India. Now, India, we're allies with India, but I can see India selling us out. We have Israel on our side. It depends on how you guys feel about it. Guys, it doesn't look well for us that a lot of nations are joining together against us, and that is the bigger problem that we're not fucking seeing. A lot of us are not seeing. Some of us are, but the next world war, guys, I think we are absolutely going to get our asses handed to us. First of all, you got the Chinese and maybe the Russians doing fucking hacking attacks behind us, right? So cyber attacks are probably going to spark off the next world war, and then it's going to be boots on the ground. But I think the boots on the ground is going to be here in the United States. It's not going to be fucking overseas. It's not going to be in somebody else's backyard. It's going to be in our fucking front lawn. And then it's on. And we are probably, if the Chinese and the Russians join forces, we're screwed. We're 100% screwed, because there's not enough of us to fight all of them. Though we can give them fucking hell and make them pay for it dearly. That is the one thing we could do. All right. So that's all I can say about the next war, guys. It's just it's fermenting. It's getting there. Just we're smelling it. We're seeing the signs. We're like, yo, where the fuck is this going? Well, this is going to the next world war. But how do we handle it? Now, again, we might get our asses handed to us, but I think before we get our asses handed to us, a lot of us are going to give them fucking hell. It's going to be fucking. It's going to be on. Man, it's going to get ugly, and it's going to last a long, long time if we get to that point. Very long time. All right, so again, guys, the next world war is something that, listen, I'm not pushing for it. I'm not advocating for it. I've seen enough pictures, heard enough war stories that it can get ugly, and it will get ugly. Nonetheless, guys, someone said Red Dawn, the movie for real. Yeah, but it'd be a lot worse. You know, like Red Dawn had pretty people running around shooting at other people. You know, look at me, I'm a model. You know, like that was Red Dawn. This real life shit, you ain't gonna like it, and we're not gonna like the shit that we have to become and the things we have to do to fight that next war. It's not gonna be cool, right? So, again, guys, that's again, and it's all of the things I mentioned. It's a slow burn to it. You know, it's just like it's all happening. We're watching it, but it's happening at such a slow pace. It's insane. It's insane. With that being said, guys, the next pandemic. What is it gonna be? What is it going to be? Every day now I wake up and it's something new. Every day I wake up now, it's, you know, the Napa virus or the Whitmore disease. Sorry, right? The new variant out of South Africa is more contagious. The polio-like illness called acute flaccid mellitus. Then you have Candida auroris, the deadly fungus that kills 1 out of 3. And then you have something called cyclospora. Cyclospora is a gastrointestinal illness that's caused by drinking contaminated water, which a lot of food and water is starting to become contaminated. Interestingly enough, we're on deck for fucking all our water, and all our fucking food is being contaminated at an alarming rate. Very, very interesting. So now, guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. If you're a flat earther, Jesus Christ, do me a favor and hit the thumbs down. Just do me a favor and hit the thumbs down. I don't even care. I got 15 thumbs down after I went after the flat earthers. Because flat earthers also have a flat vagina. Because they got sand in their vagina and they were irritated by what I just said about them and their stupidity and the fact that I do no research on the planet being flat. So I'm stupid for thinking the planet's not flat. Anyway, guys. BitBud, thank you for the donation. Derek, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, man. Listen, guys. You know, and now, wow, 20. So 5 more flat earthers said, fuck you, you angry prick. You know. All right, fine, whatever, man. Yeah, listen, it helps the algorithm all the same. You hit the thumbs down, you hit the thumbs up. You tell me go fuck myself in the comment section. You tell me I fucking, you know, your head is flat. Whatever stupid flat joke you guys have, you know, whatever. Breathing illegal. Nice one, Ezek 33. Nice one. Yes, those people shouldn't be breathing. They shouldn't even be breathing out air. Well, you think our planet is so fucking flat, you idiot? Don't breathe our air. You know, our air is round, so why would you be breathing in round air? Well, I mean, like, it's just the ideology of their thinking is so stupid that I'm bringing my level of stupidity down to them by even entertaining this. I just lost fucking 3 brain cells talking about this shit. It's insane. Now I'm up to 29. So you know what they did, guys? They did exactly what I told them to do. They went on their flat earther community board and say, hey, there's this Negro on YouTube talking about us. Let's get him. And they fucking, you know, waving around their fucking dildos and shit. And they're coming at me and giving me the thumbs down, which is pretty fine. I'm fine with it. I don't care. But I'm 1,000% sure that happened. They just went on their chat and fucking rallied up all their little flat friend nerds and like, let's get him, you know, attack, fucking nerds. Mike Sands, man, thank you for the donation. Thank you. Does Jason need a nap? I don't need a nap today. This is what happens when I don't need a nap. When I'm energetic, this is the kind of show you guys get. Flat chesters. Jason, I don't. Dan, I'll agree with you on that one. Well, I mean, I don't give a shit, but yeah, I see that. I see a point. Yeah, it's just. I mean, guys, seriously, the fucking earth. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's just they went on their community board and they had a battle cry. I don't know what a flat earth battle cry sounds like, but I'm pretty sure it sounds like a dying mouse, right? That's pretty much what it sounds like when a bunch of nerds get together. Fuck him, he's an asshole. Let's go after him. Let's berate him in his comment section. You're stupid, we hate you, you're stupid. Guys, I mean, seriously, flat earthers, give it your best shot. Seriously. I will all but invite your ball breaking, for my channel and in the comment section or in the chat if you guys are in there, because I don't see any hopefully not big dildos. No, so whatever, they're probably not in here anymore. They're probably all left. They're probably all crying on their fucking flat pillows and fucking, cursing my name as they go to sleep, rocking themselves to sleep, or maybe crying in a shower. Fucking, he's so mean to us. He said the earth is round. Like, seriously. On the Angry Truth channel, we're going to talk about the sensitivity of America, right? I sort of switched gears a little bit with tonight's show, but it's insane, guys, that the sensitivity of America, everybody's sensitive. Like, instead of, one of the flat earther guys going, instead of calling me, I guess, stupid because I don't, or naive or gullible because I think the earth is round. Instead of saying that, he would you know what, man, we should have a conversation. Let me try to convince you. But instead, he goes for the throat, right? He calls me gullible. So now you go for the throat. What did you think was going to happen? You thought I was going to pat you on your head and say, good job, stupid? No. I'm going to light you up, or light you up how I can, NZ. Yeah, you know what? I would have thought they weren't as powerful, but they have the numbers. We don't have the numbers. John 6, thank you for the donation. And NZ, thank you for the donation. They have the numbers. That's without a doubt. That's what makes them stronger than us. It's not so much about their money, which I think they're actually burning, building their military vehicles and equipment that they're building and putting into. I think they are stronger in numbers, not so much their finances, but that's all they need. I mean, hell, Japan, what was it, earlier this week, warned that the Chinese might try to attack Hawaii. So again, this is coming from the Japanese. And the Japanese are on our side, unless they are turncoats and going to fucking turn against us. They're on our side. So again, guys, I like I said, listen, NZ, I could be wrong. You're right. I could be wholeheartedly wrong. Or, it could be something else. It could be Russia attacking us. Who the fuck knows? But nonetheless, guys, remember, China alone is weak, but China is not weak when they have Russia backing them, when they have Afghanistan now backing them, or the Taliban country backing them. They're not by themselves, so they're not doing this on their own, But anyway, that's not I mean, listen, like I said, NZ, you could be right, I could be wrong, and that's why it's all theory or conspiracy theory, right? I'm not sitting there saying it's absolutely, but we're just connecting the dots, and I don't like the way these dots are connecting. That's all. Listen, it is what it is. Zigzag, somebody's definitely raking in the cash, and it ain't us. That's for fucking sure. Fuck little ass Russia. All right, guys, when you get people together on when you get people together, or rather nations together to attack a bigger nation, guys, that's what makes them powerful. It's not so much. Listen, if they stand alone, they don't have a chance. But if they come together, they have a shot. And if they have that shot, they're going to take it. Now, could China lose? They might. Who knows? We don't know what the fuck's going to happen. I wish I could tell you what was going to happen, but I don't. I have a fucking crystal ball, and I am not Nostradamus. But I know one thing's for sure. The earth is round, and it's not flat. Let's aggravate them some more. Oh, no. If not. Robert Ryan says, can y'all fall off a pond? If not, shut the fuck up. Yo, Ryan, do me a favor. Eat. Can you have a Snickers bar or some shit? Seriously, you're being a fucking diva right now. You're acting like Rosie O'Donnell. Nobody wants to be compared to or act like Rosie O'Donnell. So stop. Enough already. Put it to bed. Vince Rizzo says, the earth is flat. Prove me without using NASA. I just proved the other flat earther idiot that said, and thank you for the donation, by the way, that every other planet is round. You look through a telescope, everybody else is round, but we are the only flat planet out there? Does that make any sense to you? Listen, Vincent, if you want, you should take your $5 back, because you might start me into ripping you apart. Because, again, stupid thinking. Stupid thinking. If there were other planets out there, guys, that were flattish, right? If there were other planets that were flat-ish, then I'd be like, all right. Like, God, shit, what was the movie? There was a movie where the planet was sort of flat. Oh, Thor, right? What you call it? The Thor's fucking home planet. That was flat, right? There goes your fucking, your flat Earth or planet. If other planets look like that, I'd be like, all right, maybe they got something to say about it. But you don't, because we can't be the only flat fucking planet in the entire solar system. If you guys are going to sit there and try to prove me that other planets are flat, you guys are fucking, I don't know. Pizza is round. Pizza is not a sphere. It's round, you're right, and it's flat. We don't fucking live on pizza, Ryan. Who the fuck? No, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Fuck you, Ryan. You're not going to get me. But pizza's flat. Yes, it's round, but it's not a sphere. So stop. I mean, really. He's like, pizza. He just used the pizza is flat argument. Yo, I'm serious. Did your fucking parents drop you on your head when you were a kid? Because really, this is fucking bad. I mean, pizza is flat. He actually said that. Asgard, yes. Asgard, that was Thor's planet. It was flat, right? That was legitimately flat. And I know that when you flat earthers saw Asgard in Thor's first movie, the dick got hard. You were like, that's Earth, that's planet Earth, right? You're like, yes, yes. And then you found out it's just a fucking make-believe fucking planet. Jesus Christ, guys, seriously. It's pizza is round. And maybe you're right. Okay, I get what you were doing there. Pizza is round. The Earth might be flat, but it's round, but it's a sphere. So let me not call it round. Let me call it a sphere. Motherfucker. Shit. All right. Anyway, guys, sorry about again that. Back to our regularly scheduled program, but let's get off of this because it's fucking childish at best. Eating pizza makes, yes, 4-17. Eating pizza does make you round. That is true. Eating a lot of things make you round. It's funny how your stomach almost looks like a planet when it's full, or you're pregnant, or you just ate too many bonbons, or you're fucking crying in your sleep right now because you just fucking been made fun of on a live stream because you think the fucking Earth is flat. Anyway, guys, back to the fucking program. Prepper 101, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Anyway, so, guys, the next pandemic. I know, like I said, so far we've been scared with 6 different viruses and or funguses out there. We're being scared into another, I guess, fear-mongering or fear tactics. The problem with some of these other diseases that are highly infectious, the mortality rate's higher. At least the mortality rate's higher in the Napa virus, which has been around since 99, or rather, it was first discovered in 99. Right? So it's a zoonotic disease that spreads from animal to humans. Right? So again, guys, the coronavirus is found in 2019. Not found, but it starts in 2019. Starts spreading well into 2020, and then 2021. So now we're still dealing with this shit. Whether you believe it was man-made or not is irrelevant. It's here, right? And then you have MU. You have that other variant that they're worried about. But the South African variant is a weird one. But anyway, you got all these viruses coming out. Then they tell you about the Napa virus, and they're like, well, the Napa virus has a 45 to 75% mortality rate. Be scared, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, we didn't even get over this one, so now they're introducing a new one. And it just seems, guys, everything that the World Economic Forum has said, they've been spot on. They talked about pandemics. Bill Gates, maybe 7 years ago now, talked about the next pandemic. I don't think this pandemic that we are all scared of is the pandemic. that they're talking about. And I said this in a couple of my videos, and I said it in a couple of my live streams. The next pandemic is the one that's going to fuck us in the ass. And whether they release it on purpose or it's actually out of nature, nonetheless, guys, they're going to put us in a they're going to pigeonhole us into being scared of everything. Every fucking thing. Everything that pops up. Every morning I wake up, there's a new fucking virus for us to be scared of. And I'm not scared of the Napa virus. I'm not even worried about it. I know what the mortality rate is. I'm 1,000% sure even if I got sick, I would fare okay. I'd be fine. But if this virus does become a problem, we're going to see real fucking problems. And that's the thing, guys. Listen, the fear-mongering is there. The media is doing it every day. They wake up and every morning they want you to be scared of something. They want you to be scared of white men who are far-right extremists. They want you to be scared of these fucking 6 viruses that popped up in the last 3 months. They want you to be scared of a fucking asteroid smashing into a planet. They want you to be scared of flat earthers teaching you that the earth is flat. So they want you to be scared of all of these things. And then what? Have a massive heart attack or some shit? Like, I don't know what the end game of making us scared of everything. I mean, I know what the end game is. I hope some of us would have balls and fight against it. So, guys, with that, we are undoubtedly, again, being, fucking taken advantage of fear-wise. I walk around the streets here in New York City. I went to the supermarket, like I said earlier, and everybody had a mask on. Again, there might have been 5 of us in the entire supermarket this time around that weren't wearing a mask. And we were pretty much saying, fuck that. Because why? Right? Because people are scared. Guys, I watch people get out of cabs or their personal cars, and without missing a beat, put the mask on. And people put the mask on so fluidly now, it's fucking insane. Like, it's almost like an art watching people put a mask on. Some people get out of their car like, whoop, and they're like, where the fuck did that mask come from? You didn't see anything in their hands, and they went like this, and it was on their face. You're like, wow, that's impressive. But that shows you how fucking much we've been putting this on. How easy people are to control and manipulate, that they'll put this thing on without missing a beat. They will leave their car keys at home and their phone, but they'll have their mask on them at all times. Because that is called fear. And granted, you want to wear a mask? Wear a mask. Don't make everybody else fucking jump on board with your mask wearing, what you call it. But nonetheless, guys, they're going to scare us with more viruses. Now, the Napa virus, they're talking about that right now, and it killed one kid in India. The kid was 12 years old. They brought him in Saturday. He had high fevers. They thought he had brain inflammation, and then Sunday morning he was dead. There is no way, as of right now, that this virus can leave India, with India being shut down and their borders around them, if I'm not mistaken, are also shut down, and there's no one leaving or coming in. And only one kid got it so far. So if one kid got this virus and it died with him, and they also put 188 people in, they contacted or contact traced 188 people, and they're putting them in hospitals or quarantine. That means camps, guys. And they're putting them in these areas and they're watching them for the next 14 days. When you read the articles, guys, I'm telling you now, look up the article on the Napa virus, right? That's NIPAH virus. Look it up. They all start out the same fucking way. As if someone handed them a script and said, here, read this shit. Or write this shit, sorry. And now they're writing it out, and they all start out with, it's deadlier than COVID-19. COVID-19's mortality rate is 1%. In the articles, you'll see it'll say 2%. Whatever. Year to year, guys. Year to year. Not a continuous running number. Year to year, it's under 1%. Right? But if you want to round it up and give 1%, whatever. So COVID's 1%, and they go, COVID-19 is 1%, but the Napa virus has a 45 to 75% mortality rate. They all followed up, they all stated in like the first paragraph you read, comparing this deadly ass virus to something that's not deadly. But yet they say it's deadlier as if the virus was fucking, as if COVID-19 was that deadly. They're comparing this deadly virus to COVID-19. Whatever. That shows you the scare tactic they're using. It's insane. All right, guys. Approaching the hour. Going to end this soon, but Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. I actually got 40 dislikes, guys. That's probably the highest. Maybe not the highest, but I got 40 dislikes. So do me a favor, flat earther bitches. Keep hitting the thumbs down. Let's get it to 50. So that's 11 more dislikes. Let's get there. Let's make it happen. 50 is a good, even, round number. If you want to go over, whatever. Float your boat. But anyway, let's have at it. Because I know you guys are still crying right now. You probably, if you guys can punch your computer screen, you probably would. Nonetheless, guys, let's get it to 50. So, scare tactics, right? Or is this real shit? But why are all of these viruses popping up all at the same time? We didn't have anything to worry about but shit here and there. The CDC, if you went on CDC's website, if you went on WHO's website, you would see, guys, different diseases around the world and cases that they had a problem with. But then COVID hits, and now every virus needs to be watched because if it gets out of hand, it'll kill more of us. I'm like, well, fuck, man. First of all, it has a quick, if it has a quick incubation period to death, then it shouldn't actually last that long, and we should be able to hold that one off by quarantining people, I hate to say that, or keeping people away from the sick, whatever it is. That disease should fucking die faster than COVID, because COVID is here to stay. Sorry to say that. People don't want to believe that. People think it's fucking, it's bullshit. COVID is here to stay. Period. All right, guys. Now, let's talk about the NYPD vaccine testing mandate. As of yesterday, late yesterday, probably around 10 o'clock at night, NYPD officers and civilians are either to take the vaccine or get tested every 7 days. So, the union's going to fight against this probably tomorrow. They're going to drop some kind of injunction and fight against it. Great, fine, good. But the cops are now being told to get tested on their own time. And I'm not sure if they're paying for it or not. I didn't read anything about it. I was looking into a new testing option, the spitting option, which is just as fast and less intrusive, if you will, not sticking anything on my fucking nose, and you're spitting into a vial. So, again, nothing going up my nose, no graphene oxide, none of that bullshit, but yet I just found out testing for the spitting thing is $140 a test. So, there's got to be a way they can bring that price down. Who knows? Vince Rizzo. No, I'm not. I don't even think about it. You know what I'm going to do when I lay down tonight? I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go, oh shit, I got to go to work today. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, the earth is flat. Anyway. So, guys, yes, the cops, as of, I think, September 13th, next week, they're going to have to start getting tested weekly and or take the vaccine. And Nypd, thank you for the donation. And the other thing they want to do is they want to keep track of the officers who are not vaccinated, need to be wearing a mask when they're outside and indoors. Again, they're trying to make them uncomfortable on purpose. So it's not like, listen, you want to use logic. Logic, guys, is, all right, if they're outside, they don't have to put a mask on. But if they're going into someone's home or they're going into the station, put a mask on. With that, guys, that makes a little more sense. A little more sense. Not agreeing with it. I'm not agreeing with it at all. But that makes a little more sense. That makes a little more sense to have them wear a mask. But when they're outside, to have them wear a mask on the entire tour while they're in the RMP, the entire tour, just to make them feel uncomfortable, and then have that scumbag fucking sergeant or lieutenant or captain write them up for not wearing a mask when they're standing outside by themselves on a foot post by themselves, they still have to wear a mask. That's doing it to make them uncomfortable. And shame on the fucking sergeants and captains and lieutenants making their own officers' lives uncomfortable by following a shitbag mayor that fucking hates you. Shame on the fucking NYPD and the top brass and the fucking, again, the sergeants, lieutenants, and captains, and feeding into this bullshit. Writing up your officer for not wearing a mask. You fucking kidding me? That's fucking shit, man. But anyway, that's what the NYPD is doing right now. Anyway, Vincent Rizzo, happy birthday, I guess. And and I'm not breaking your balls. That's not a great birthday to have anymore. At one time, it was. His birthday, Vince Rizzo's birthday, is on 9/11. That's gotta suck. I mean, again, especially now after everything that happened, because the focus is on that day, you know. But anyway, happy birthday or early birthday on that. And other than that, guys, we're gonna move over to the Angry Truth channel. For those of you that want to follow over, please follow over. If you flat earthers want to follow me over, so be it. We'll get into that conversation on that channel too. Other than that, guys, listen, thank you for joining me tonight. Flat earthers, thank you for making this an interesting live stream tonight. Ryan, Vince, thank you. You guys are always welcome, and I will always break your balls about that. But again, mods, thank you for doing what you're doing. And guys, see you in the next live stream in 14 minutes. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 14 minutes. No, 13 minutes. All right, guys. See you later.